Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Stephanie. I am the Director of Community Engagement here at Parents by Choice. And today I just kind of wanted to tell you guys what Parents by Choice has been doing during this time, how we're supporting our clients across the board. So if you have any questions about anything that I'm talking about or comments or anything like that, just leave it in the comments and I'll try to read them as I'm going. All right? So thank you guys for joining us this afternoon. So obviously, Parents by Choice is an essential business. So we are still open, we're operational. Everything is kind of functioning a little bit differently, but we're doing our best. So we are taking precautions here at the office. We are coming up with creative ways to engage our clients and things like that. So the biggest program that's been impacted by the COVID-19 is our supervised visitation program. So if you guys don't know, the supervised visitation program is a program that helps families that have been through domestic violence, divorce, and they just don't get along for whatever reason. They come to our office, a neutral environment to visit with the kids so they can stay connected even though there's that turmoil between the parents. So with that being said, we're not able to do that physical contact with our clients there. And some of the visits are still here in the office, but a lot of them have gone virtual. And that's an agreement upon the clients. So both parties have to agree in order to do that. But we are taking precautions if they are here in the visit. We're sanitizing the rooms, cleaning them, and all of that, making sure that it's safe for kids and families to still be here in the office. Our positive parenting program, if you guys don't know, that is our parenting classes that we hold typically in the office, and we have childcare provided and things like that. Those have completely gone online. So if you're interested in attending, you can do it at the comfort of your own home. We have scheduled times, so you just have to call our office, register for a class, and we'll get you the Zoom link so you can participate in that. And you still get your certificate and all of that. So it's a little bit differently, working a little bit different, but it's still the same. And some of our facilitators are saying it's a blessing in disguise because they're actually seeing the kids interact with the parents. And so it's a great tool for them to just kind of implement those skills right there in the class. Our mental health program helps clients in our foster care program just kind of get the services that they need. And a lot of those clients are being seen virtually. So they get a specialized link, which only those in that program have, so they can participate there. If the clients are still coming into the office, we are sanitizing the rooms. If they're using colored pencils or things like that in the rooms, we're making sure we're spraying those down with Lysol or something like that, so that way they're clean and sanitized for the next group. Transitional housing. So that one helps our foster youth from 18 to 21, and they live independently, and our staff are still supporting them. So our staff has provided care packets for the youth. They've been filled with toilet paper stacks, drinks, games, adult coloring books, activities to keep them engaged during this time. So those have been taken out to the families. The staff has offered to pick up groceries for the kids, so that way they don't have to go out of their home to go shopping and all of that. Our staff are prepared to do that for them. Let's see what else is there. So there are some things that are still happening with this age range. They're not allowed to do certain things and whatnot. So our staff are still kind of going out to the homes every once in a while, kind of doing a personal check-in, see how they're doing physically, and they've also do meetings virtually. So they're still completely functional there. If clients have lost their job or things like that, they've helped them fill out the paperwork. They've helped them look for a new job, things like that. If they're going to school, they've helped them fill out the requirements for summer and fall, or either one of those classes. Let's see, there's a question in the chat. Now that it's online, can anyone attend? So I'm assuming that is our positive parenting classes. And yes, it doesn't matter where you're at. If you're in San Joaquin County, if you're in Michigan, I don't know any counties in Michigan, but if you're anywhere, you're more than welcome to take the class. All right, thank you, Debbie, for that question. So now our foster care program is still running. We are still receiving placement calls. Our placement specialist has been asking certain questions to make sure that the kids don't have coronavirus or anything like that, and making sure that it is safe to place the child, as well as making sure that the home is safe for the child to be placed in. So other than that, our staff are still checking in with the kids, both physically and virtually, because foster care is what it is. We still make sure that, our kids are being treated properly. So we have to do that physical contact and make sure that there's no bruises or anything like that on them. And our mental health team has actually been really helping the foster care team a lot. They've made like little grab and go kits, which is basically just activities for the kids to do at the home. So the social workers or in-home support workers will grab those kits and take them out to the homes. We do, let's see, sorry, I lost my train of thought here. Our mental health team has also been calling our foster parents, checking in with them, making sure that they're good, that they're getting the support that they need, especially during this time. And we also do weekly support groups with our foster families. So we have a little Zoom group that gets together once a week, and they just talk about their, what's going on in their lives. A lot of them are having difficulty with the virtual learning stuff. And so how are other parents coping with that? So it's a great place for them to just kind of get together, talk, support one another, and still see people face to face. We've also been doing a little bit of respite care for our families. So this week we've actually kind of taken a little bit of a break, but typically once a week we'll have our office open and we do like time slots. So families can pick, okay, I want to drop the kids off at 10 o'clock and pick them up at 11:30, just to give them a little bit of a breather, a little bit of a break, and the kids are occupied. So we are taking precautions with that as well. We're making sure we're limiting the amount of kids that are participating. We are sanitizing the rooms before and after each session, so that way they're coming into a clean room and they're leaving and it's getting clean. So yes, then we have another question, Debbie. So greater need for resource parents after the stay at home. Yes, so that is the next thing. So with kids not being seen at school and other extracurricular activities, child abuse reports have gone down a little bit, at least according to the LA county, but in Placerville County, they've actually gone up. So you just be aware of the kids in your neighborhood, see if there's any abnormal bruising or anything like that. If you're hearing yelling, make sure you're doing your part. But right now, since kids aren't being seen, we are anticipating a greater need for resource parents or foster parents as it progresses and people are able to see the kids again. So if you're interested in becoming a foster parent or a resource parent, is what we're now calling it, you can go to our website, parentsbychoice.net/program/foster care. And that will kind of explain how you go through the process and how you can do it all online. And with some of the things we can't do online, like fingerprint clearance and things like that, so we do provide you a list of places that are currently open so you can get those done. Thank you, Debbie, for that question. All right, so I've gone through this really quick. Oh, that's great. All right. So what I wanted to kind of tell you guys about is something that we're going to be start doing is we're going to do more live video chats with you. We're still working on the name. Right now we're kind of thinking the real world Parents by Choice style, where we'll have people kind of sit down on a couch, talk about certain topics like our positive parenting program. What does that look like? What are some strategies that we can use at home without taking the class? How can we sign up for the class if we want to learn more? Talking more with our placement worker, seeing how things have changed from the things now to how they were before, what we can see upcoming, things like that. So I'll post the topics each week, kind of let you know what we're going to be talking about so you can join in on the ones you want and the ones you don't want. And you can always ask questions in the chat if we don't ask those certain questions on the on those live videos. So nothing else in the chat. I don't know why, but for some reason I'm just nervous today. But it's all right. We'll get through this. All right. So if there's no other questions about what we've been doing for our clients and things like that, I'll go ahead and I'll give you guys a couple more minutes. See if there's anything else. Thank you, Lisa. I've done Facebook Live videos before, but this one is very one-on-one right now, so it's a little bit nerve-wracking. All right, so well, thank you guys for joining us. We'll be live again next Tuesday at 3 p.m. So we will be live every Tuesday and every Thursday at 3 p.m. with different topics. So this next topic is going to be with Gus Pacheco, our Director of Prevention Services, and we're going to be talking more about our positive parenting program and a few parenting tips that can help you during this time. And there's a couple questions in the chat. Wow, okay. For some reason it didn't update till just now. A breakdown of the process. Okay. So when you go to our website, there's a link or a button that says Become a Resource Parent or Apply Now, something like that. You can click on that. You will create what we call a Binti account, which is the online software that we're using. It'll take you a little bit through a couple of intro things. There's going to be an orientation for you on there. So right now it's kind of set up as a PowerPoint. So you can go through that, and at the very end they'll have a passcode. So you just enter that passcode in the little text box below and hit next. So that will get you into the application and all of the forms on there. So you complete that as much as possible. And after you've done the orientation or you've actually created your family in Binti, we will assign a worker to you, and they'll reach out to you, kind of explain it a little bit more, get you signed up for the online training, which is done through Foster Parent College. So you'll have training, you'll have paperwork to do, there's fingerprint process, trying to think what else. There's a home study process, which could take a little bit longer because that is still in person. Our workers have to go out to the home, inspect the home, make sure it's safe for the kids. Even if it's not safe, they kind of tell you throughout the process, okay, this is what you have to do. This is a checklist of the things that they're going to look at in your home to make sure it's safe, so you will have that beforehand, so you can make sure that all of that is done. So I hope that helps answer your question, Alexandria. If not, feel free to say you need a little bit more information. I'll gladly tell you. How do I sign up for parenting classes? So you can go to our website, parentsbychoice.net, and we have a little link on there that says you can sign up. So if you go to our Positive Parenting page on our website, there's different classes that you can sign up for, or you can just call our office, and our staff will be glad to sign you up. Does that help, Debbie? Okay. So I'm hoping that with this live thing that we're going to be doing, we'll have a little bit longer time, like hopefully a half hour longer, or not half hour longer, but half hour is the time frame that we're looking at. So that way there's more time for you to jump in, ask your questions, get answers, things like that. All right, so anything else? All right, so we'll see you all again next Tuesday at 3 with Gus Pacheco. And again, we'll be talking more about the Positive Parenting program, and we'll talk about a few tips that you can use right now. All right, so thank you. Unfortunately, we do not serve Nevada. We're in San Joaquin County, Stanislaus County, a little bit of Sacramento County. Yeah, we haven't quite gotten out all the way to Nevada. So if you start with us, with Parents by Choice, and then you buy a home in Nevada, it's called a rollover process, and since Nevada is a new state completely, they might have different regulations and things like that than California. See, any other questions? You can keep them coming, Alexandria, if you want. Oh, and I should say thank you to Hava. I didn't exactly ask you if I could use your office, but I used your office. All right, nothing else? What are your questions, Helene? Sorry if that was loud. All right, give me 1 second. Let me pause. All right, sorry about that. One of our staff was just asking what sets us apart from other agencies, and that's the amount of support that you get. Um, if you can't tell already, we provide our foster parents an amazing amount of support, especially right now during this COVID, where other agencies, they're not even going out to the homes to see the kids to make sure they're safe. Um, and they're doing it all virtually, which virtually is great, but it can only tell you so much about what's going on in the kid's life. So, all right. I don't know if it's just Helene or if there's an issue with the chat, but if I didn't answer your question because I didn't see it, I will make sure that I will go through and answer any questions after. Okay? So if you have more questions about our positive parenting program, feel free to ask away, and I'll be sure to include that in our next video. So thank you guys, and we'll see you again Tuesday at 3 p.m.